Before bed, the president revealed one secret Mccain didn't want getting out. President Donald Trump has made zero apologies for letting people know how badly he wants Obamacare gone. Last night, right before heading to bed, the president took aim at one of the biggest Obamacare supporters of all, John McCain. That's right, Trump reminded everyone with his brilliantly set up tweet that McCain once fought to end the failed health care, but ever since Republicans won the last election, he has been doing everything in his power to save it instead. A few of the many clips of John McCain talking about repealing and replacing Obamacare. My, oh my, has he changed? Complete turn from years of talk.
Repeal and replace Obamacare as soon as possible.
Look at the idiot standing there, a traitor, I should say.
And repeal and replace Obamacare.
He's like a robot there.
All this euphoria that's going on is inside the Beltway, champagne toasting and all that. Outside the Beltway, the American people are very angry and they don't like it, and we're gonna try to repeal this, and we are going to have a very spirited campaign coming up between now and November, and there will be a very heavy price to pay for it. It is also the first time that on a pure partisan basis, a major piece of legislation has been passed, and it's going to be historic because it's going to be repealed and replaced. We need to have a vote on it because we promised the people we would. Look at the message. We campaigned in November, in the last November elections, that we would repeal and replace. And we have to have a vote on repeal so that everybody's on record where they want to repeal. And then I think piece by piece we go through, quote, replacing. Now I'm told.
Now I have the privilege of standing before all the voters of Arizona and appealing for your support in the general election. I will. She won't support replacing failed healthcare policies of the incumbent administration. I will. She said her vote for Obamacare was her proudest. She still maintains that even as 10,000 people in Pinal County face the prospect of losing their insurance because the system won't work as they were promised. I voted against Obamacare and will continue to support efforts to replace it with a health care plan that works for everyone. Obamacare was doomed to fail because it was based on the concept that they would take money from healthy young people and use it to pay for the health care needs.
Obamacare's toughest critics, and today Senator John McCain was here in the Valley calling it a complete failure, saying it is now time to move on. McCain is especially furious how all of this is impacting Arizonans. Nearly all of the counties have just one Obamacare provider after several major carriers announced that they are not coming back next year.
It was a president who said, if you like your health care policy, you can keep it. He said, if you like your doctor, you can keep it. All of that. Now they have one provider.
Longtime opponent of Obama's signature law, Senator John McCain describes the situation this way.
It's clear that Obamacare is unraveling and at a rapid rate. We're going to have to go back and not only repeal, but replace.
Nonsense. But the point is that now Congresswoman Kirkpatrick wants us to work together to fix it. The problem is that for the first time in history, a major entitlement reform was rammed through the Congress of the United States without a single vote from the other side. I fought for weeks and weeks and weeks against Obamacare, and they would not allow us an amendment. There was not a single amendment allowed, no input from the minority party. We were then in the minority. Now Congresswoman Kirkpatrick wants us to sit down and work together. Here's how we work together. We repeal and we replace it. And right now, it is so bad that the former President of the United States, Bill Clinton, said it's the craziest thing he'd ever heard of. Obama.
Somehow now call upon Republicans to work with you to fix this disaster after, on the floor of the United States Senate, you did not allow a single amendment, not a single amendment by the Republicans were allowed. It's the first time an entitlement program has ever been enacted without on a strictly partisan basis. You had your 60 votes, you rammed the 60 votes and the Affordable Care Act down our throats. And so now that it's been an abysmal failure, you want us to come and help you bail it out. We want to replace it. We don't want to fix it, we want to replace it because it's been a complete failure, and my state is probably the best example that I know of. We now have 14 of our 15 counties with, guess what, one provider. Do you remember the, if you like your doctor, you'll be able to keep your doctor, period. If you like your health plan, you'll be able to keep your health care plan, period. No man will take it away, no matter what. Of course, that turned out to be a lie. Ever since, Americans have been hit by broken promise after broken promise and met with higher costs, less choices, greater uncertainty, and poorer quality of care. Mr. Chairman, I'd like to have my statement included in the record, but the people in my state are hurting. The people in my state are hurting. We have 15 counties, 14 of them, there's only one provider. We now have, just for a period of time, we had a county with no provider. Our state of Arizona has the unique category of having a county without a single health care provider, not one. And now our largest county, Maricopa County, is now down to one. And the fact is that I stood on this floor until Christmas Eve morning fighting against Obamacare when it was rammed on strictly partisan basis. 60 votes they had, 60 votes they used. For the first time in history, we had a major entitlement reform that was done on a totally partisan basis, and we said at the time that it would fail. It's unraveling as we speak here, and repeal and replace Obamacare. It needs to be replaced. And if we don't replace it, then you're going to see these horror stories like Pinal County, Arizona, all over America.
You gotta give him credit. You gotta give him credit. It's honestly really sad to have to watch McCain pretend like he cared about an issue that when push came to shove, he wouldn't stand up for. I have 3 wishes for Senator McCain from the bottom of my heart. 1, work with the president. We all know you hate Donald Trump, but for God's sakes, John, just do your job and work with him for once. 2, survive and heal from your cancer. I would never wish the horrible condition that John McCain is suffering on anyone, regardless of politics, for his family's sake. I hope he recovers. 3, retire from politics. Your time is up in Washington, John. Just let it go. If you will agree that McCain should have kept the promise he made for all those years, help send this out and let him know how the people feel about him. This is amazing. People need to see this. This is like hilarious. Whoever put this together for Trump, I command them, say it's amazing what they did. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.